Hi and welcome to this chess session for you here on YouTube. This is a selected game and I haven't selected it. My junior whom I'm coaching has asked for me to put it on here because it was too quick for them to see it when I showed it last night to him. Okay, so you know it's a him. So anyway, here we go, and this is a rapid game. I mean, not a rapid game. No, it's a blitz game. No, it's not a blitz game. It's not a classical game. It's a 1 minute bullet game. So this is the sort of stuff that can happen in 1 minute chess. And so stick around because it's not too bad. I don't know if it's completely foolproof, and I can bring you some losses. I've had some losses, don't you worry about that. A lot of losses on chess.com for 1 minute chess. So here we go. We have the Scandi, or the Scandinavian, or the centre counter gambit. Now I don't believe that this is a real true centre counter gambit, as I've already said, and I quite like white. Yeah. Even though I like black at times, but not the Scandi, but I'm not going to get into it too much because it's quite political. So here I've got my usual response. So if you want to know what I'm going to play on move 2 against the Scandinavian, it's going to be this move. And my opponent played the way I wanted my opponent to play, Queen D5. Now, after knight C3, which looks quite sort of like normal and realistic, because white's obviously threatening knight takes queen. Queen here is no good, as I've already pointed out, because of bishop to b5. So we'll just show you what I mean. And this is this move here, and this wins the queen outright for the bishop, or unless white wants to make it a bit more, can do it for other things too, but not really. Like next move, instead of bishop takes queen, check, or bishop takes queen, is queen out here. And then, well, that's just entering into ludicrousy. So anyway, so back to the ball game. So here we got knight c3, and now my opponent played queen d8. Now I'm completely, I've heard, I think that this is the correct move now, queen d8, not queen d6. And queen a5 is the old move, and there is also this move here. So queen d6 is a move, and queen a5 is an older move, which I quite like playing against, even in bullet. But this is a move, but also this is a move, okay? And this has got some variation name to it. I can't put it in here, but this is straight after white usually plays either bishop out or knight out. The pawn moves to c6, and then the queen hides in c7. So it's quite popular. I saw that in Chess magazine from the UK. So I'm going to cancel that. So we're just going to go down the main line here, which is here, queen d8. Bishop c4, a very natural, very natural move indeed. In fact, it was played as long ago as 1728, the year 1728, but I don't know that for certain. Knight f6, and now if white can get 3 moves in a row, they can go knight here, and bishop takes f7 check, mate. But white cannot do that, of course. So white plays knight g2 instead, because I had thought about that in this 1 minute game of playing that and hoping for at least knight takes f7. But I'm sure my opponent would see my sort of like ideas really easily. So here's e6. Now this is a very normal move, because now that if I had played knight here instead of knight e2, I'd be going knight g2. I'd be going, oh, let's put that plan out of my head now, for out of motion. Because now there's no bishop takes f7 checkmate. Oh dear. See how I play d4? Why not? Grab the center. Now, if I do a Grandmaster Charade thing here, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, that's what Charade would say. So, in my opinion, white stands better. Probably the computer thinks so too. So bishop f4, here's a developing move from black, and I'm being a wee bit sarcastic, but I do have respect for this Scandinavian centre counter gambit, whatever it's called, opening, but it isn't much. But I have been beaten by it for that very, very reason. Now castling, now we'll count again, 1, 2, 3, and we've got now 5 for white. So white's got castled, bishop out, knight out, pawn up there, knight there, and whereas black's got 3. So black's a wee bit behind, but we'll soon see what happens next with this facetious attitude that I've got, which I'm not saying for you to have, because it's not very good, of course. Bishop f4, asking the question of the bishop, and this is getting almost to the end of my development, even though I still have to find a place for a rook somewhere, and I have to plant my queen somewhere. So knight bd7, and I played bishop d6, a move I might regret. And now we go d5, thinking, well, I've probably relented there, and my opponent goes e5. Thinking initially in this 1 minute game that I was just going to, after knight takes, knight takes, knight takes, bishop takes h7 check, and queen d5, but I might not go that way. So anyway, let's get on with the game, and I want to do it reasonably slowly so that one can keep up with what I'm saying. Not to say anything by that, but it's just possibly better. Here's this queen d2 move, so I'm almost developed, but black's not far behind, obviously. Knight d5. Ouch, my pawn's just gone amiss, so I'll take that. Take this. And now I could, as mentioned before, play this move, but it's probably what black intends. So I play something a wee bit different, and probably completely inferior and everything like that, as I play here queen g5. Now, black's probably just fine to either go, probably a few thousand moves here for black. But probably just even f6, I think, or h6. And I'll probably have to run away again, don't I? Really? I might go here, but I just want to flip this queen out there into the center of the board on the flank of the king side. So here we go, queen g5 and knight f4, and I'll play knight h5. Now probably black should just play either knight e6, knight takes knight, even f6, that sort of thing, and I'm probably in trouble after f6. Maybe, I might not be. But black chooses to go knight g6, so this invites the next move, which is very important. I might as well hit, I've got some chances. I play c3. No, I didn't play what I thought. Bishop e6, here comes that almost final part of development for black, and even though I'm not completely developed yet, so I might as well aid my development by trying to open it by now, which is f4. So here I'm actually wanting to open my rook file so that I'm categorically speaking developed. And here I play rook f4 because of course knight f4 is going to be no good here. Because of a couple of things, but not this only, which is bishop h7 check and queen takes pawn checkmate, but also just queen g7. checkmate. So here, I wonder what happened there. So here we've got d5. Now I just think, oh well, I'll double up now on the f-file. Now looking at this, black's probably in a 1 position, and if you know, like probably just f6 here, and black's just about 1, especially after knight f4 next move. So black plays queen e7. This is a mistake, I think. So I'll play rook f6. So now I've got the simple threat of rook g6 and queen takes queen. If pawn takes pawn, rook, then I believe knight f6, check. And here the best move would probably be king here. And then bishop takes knight, and knight h5 and queen takes queen, which is sort of similar to what happens soon. So rook f6 and gf6, and now I play knight f6. Now I'm not saying this is sound, but what I am saying is that if king h8, then I can just play, if I wish, queen h6, and then black is compelled to take the knight on f6, or I can that sort of thing. So if this, then I just play queen here, okay, and black has to take the knight with the rook. So here's king g7. Now I just have bishop g6, which is a wee bit embarrassing for black. Okay, so here's the discovered check, or not the discovered check, but the discovered attack on the queen here. And black, I believe, went king h8. And now I take this, and then the rook feels like taking this because it's otherwise attacked. And it's check, and here, and then I believe bishop g8, and that's the end of the session because here is checkmate. Almost regardless, if this, then this, so forth, and this is quite a healthy position for white. So that's that 1 minute game, and that's the end of this session, and I hope you enjoyed that and that you can get to set reasonably relatively slowly. And thank you very much for visiting this YouTube chess channel here for you. Select the game, over and out. This will self-destruct in 10 seconds. Mission impossible.